about carrying as a movement concept for working people. In order to carry something, you first have to lift it, which has its own technical considerations. But the carrying itself, I want to talk about keeping proper posture while holding and carrying objects. I'm just going to demonstrate by showing you the many different ways, or at least a few of the ways that you can carry something, and then we'll talk about each of them a little bit more. First, I can just pick up something like a bucket on one side. I can pick up sort of a awkwardly shaped object that's more of a rectangular shape. I can hold it at my chest with my arms underneath it. Or I can put it on my shoulder, carry it on the shoulder. Something that's maybe even more awkward, I can lift and I can just carry it while it's at or below my hip, resting in part on my body while I'm holding it with my arms. I can carry something on my side. And I can also, at times, it makes sense to just lift and carry something overhead. So in all of those different types of ways that I was carrying it, there are a few things that are important. Most importantly is to keep your neutral spinal alignment, I would say. All those different ways I was carrying it, I was keeping my spine, as much as possible, I was keeping it in a neutral alignment. I wasn't bending or twisting from the spine at all. I was using my shoulders and my hips to provide me the different positionings that I needed to be in to hold that object effectively, but keeping the spine tight and flexing the core muscles around the spine. And then, and kind of along with that, my shoulders and my hips, I was trying to keep in a stable position relative to my torso. So I wasn't getting overextended with the shoulder blades or flaring up the shoulders. I was keeping my shoulders back and down, packed down. I was also keeping the chin tucked back. And, you know, all other joints of my body, my elbows, were in a position where I could have the best leverage to hold onto the object and keep it as close to my center of gravity as possible. And the way that you choose to carry an object, it kind of depends on what's the most efficient way to hold onto that object, and that's really the key. It's thinking about how to move as efficiently as possible. And that's carrying as a movement concept for working people.